I don't know if I should take off the hat when I'm like talking to you guys because I feel weird wearing a hat indoors. Anyways, I'm gonna take it off. So I started off my face by applying this primer right here. This is the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Primer in purple. And then I went in with these two foundations here. This one is my regular foundation shade, but it's slightly too light right now. So I mixed it with some of the NYX Total Control. So for under eye concealer, I went with the Instant Age Rewind in Neutralizer. And then I also highlighted underneath my eyes a little bit with some NARS Creamy Concealer. And then I concealed the rest of my face using the True Mesh Concealer. To set underneath my eyes, I used e.l.f.'s Translucent Setting Powder. And then for the rest of my face, I went with this Fit Me Matte and Poreless. So I also went in underneath my eyes with some more powder actually. I went in with this palette that's all beat up from Anastasia. This is the banana powder right here, and I put that underneath my eyes because I have really dark circles, so I need something to brighten underneath my eyes. So I also already did my brows, as you can see. I used Dip Brow from Anastasia in the shade Ash Brown, and I just applied it with an angled brush and I combed through it with a spoolie right here. For your eyes, there's two ways you can prime your eyelids and everything for a shadow. You can use a eyeshadow primer like this. This is the Urban Decay one. I usually don't do this because when I already put my concealer and powder, that acts like a primer already, so it sets like a good base for my eyeshadow. If I put that on top of the concealer and powder I already have, it cakes on top of it and actually makes your eyeshadow look worse. If you have nothing on your eyelids, it's good to use a primer, but because I already put that concealer and powder on top, it acts like a primer, so I don't have to prime my lids otherwise. So we're gonna get started, and I'm using this palette right here. This is the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. Because we're gonna be doing a lot of switching of colors on their lid, I'm using a color switch today to change colors and switch colors in between shadows. So the first color we're gonna go into is Golden Ochre, and I'm taking this color and we're gonna be building it into the crease. We're just gonna make sure that we have a little bit of color in our crease because we want to make our eyes a little bit more deep set. I'm now taking a different eyeshadow brush. This one is like a dome shaped and slightly flatter, not as fluffy. I'm gonna dip into Love Letter and we're going to be putting this right onto the lid. I'm slowly layering it on little by little. It's better to do less than more, and I'm putting this all over my lid up to the crease. I'm now going to take a smaller, more precise and even flatter eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into Venetian Red, and I'm going to just concentrate this right at my lash line. I'm just packing it on and we're going to be blending it out. So after I cleaned off my brush, I'm gonna go into Red Ochre, and we're gonna take a little bit of that and then put that the same place that we put Venetian Red. Just making sure we darken that lash line even more. We're gonna use this. I'm gonna dip this into a little bit of Love Letter again, and we're gonna go where I put those two darker colors earlier, which was Venetian Red and Red Ochre, and I'm just gonna blend those two colors together with a little bit of Love Letter. Alright, we're going to take a step away from the eyelids for a second and we're going to go to the lower lash line. I'm going to take the color Red Ochre and put that onto my lower lash line. I'm just going to stop right here, cleaning off the brush again, going into Love Letter. So from the outer corner all the way to the inner corner. I'm going to take a small fluffy brush and go into Warm Taupe, and I'm going to be blending out the bottom. I'm taking my super fluffy brush and now I'm going to Love Letter and like just very lightly just dabbing that in there, dusting it off, and we're gonna be going into our crease with this. I'm gonna take that small brush, go back into Venetian Red, and just concentrating that onto the outer corner right here. So I just cleaned off this big fluffy one, and I'm just going to go into my crease to blend out the outer corner into the crease. Taking this brush, I'm going in with another palette actually. I'm going to take this Moon Dust palette and taking this color right here, this red one. This is Element, and we are going to be packing this kind of just to the center of the lid, just to give us a little bit more dimension. I'm also going to take the color Lithium, and I'm going to put that onto the lower lash line, just on the outer corner, and then a little bit of that onto the upper lash line as well. And I'm just doing the upper waterline with the pencil liner. So I'm going to take a liquid eyeliner right here, and it's in black, and I'm going to be putting it onto my upper lash line. So I drew a very thin line from the inner corner to the outer corner. So I'm going to be doing a wing, and I'm just going to follow the lower lash line, going upwards like this. I'm going to stop where about my eyeshadow ends, almost a little bit before that. And I'm just going to go there and draw a line that goes back to my eye. And I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. So I'm going to take this eyelash curler, and I'm going to curl my bottom and my upper lashes. And I'm taking this mascara here. This is the new one that I've been using. This is Hero & Make Long and Curl Mascara. And I quite like it because it actually holds my curl for longer, and it actually makes my lashes look pretty good. And I'm doing my bottom lashes first. Always the bottom first, then the upper. Again, I always say this because if you do the upper first, and when you do the bottom ones and you look up like this to put on the bottom mascara, you'll smudge it onto your lid. And if you want, you can wear lashes, but I'm really lazy. I don't like to wear lashes, and I feel like the eyelash glue isn't that good for your lash line because it kind of rips out some lash glue sometimes if you don't take it off properly. Mainly because I'm just lazy, hence why I don't want to. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. This is the glitter pencil from Face Shop, and I'm gonna be putting this into my inner corner. So because this look is like also like a fall look but also very vampy look, if you are doing this for like a costume or something and you want to look like a vampire and like kind of dead, you don't have to contour. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but anyways, I'm gonna contour my face because I always contour my face because I need some bone structure because my face is very, very round. I'm just taking the middle shade, I believe this is Fawn, and just putting that into those cheekbones. I'm just gonna also kind of blend them in a little bit more. And I'm also gonna bring it up a little bit to my temples and the sides of my face to warm it up as well. If you have not seen this before, I basically always just take this color on the left. This is a eyebrow powder duo that is from the Face Shop. It's the Cake Brow. I don't think they make this duo anymore in these two, sorry, this dropped, in these two exact shades, but they do something very similar. You can just use anything that's fairly neutral looking and slightly darker than your skin tone. It's important that you take a big fluffy brush to do it, and when you're doing it, you're gonna start where you want to slim down or create shadows in. You're not just gonna draw like a line down because that's not how shadows work. Shadows actually kind of blur out, so when you do draw the lines down and everything like this, right, you're gonna blend it out a little bit. Because our faces are like 3D, if you just look straight on like this, it's gonna look nice if you just draw like two straighter lines, but if you don't blend it out and you turn to the side, you're gonna see two stripes there. It's not very flattering. So the point of contouring your nose is to reshape your nose the way you want it to. If you add too dark of a color or too much contour, you're actually doing the opposite. You're just drawing too much attention to your nose. So you always want the contour to look fairly natural. This is why I love this one, because this color is just slightly darker than mine and it's very neutral. I don't like warm contour. I think if you saw like my other videos, I was talking about it before, like I just don't like warm contour. For blush today, we're gonna take Coralina. This is a nice corally color, but we're gonna be very careful with this because this is very pigmented, and we're just gonna take a very small blush brush and we're gonna be applying it to the center like this, and then we're gonna take a bigger blush brush to kind of blend it out. And you can skip blush if you're going for like a very vampiric, like dead look, but I love blush, so I'm just gonna put some on. So now that you put some on, I'm just gonna take this. It's kind of dirty from previous, but I'm just gonna take it and blend out my blush and go upwards a little bit. And because I'm indecisive and I think I really want a little bit more blush, I'm gonna take this blush right here from Too Faced in Your Love is King, put a little bit on the bigger blush brush, and put that more towards the contour, and we're gonna blend these two colors together. So next we're gonna be putting some highlighter on our face, and this is the Kilowatt Duo right here from Fenty Beauty. It is freaking gorgeous, and we're gonna take both of them because I like highlight, so we're gonna use both colors. And we're gonna take Me Money first. This is the more like matter blush, highlighter. It's not as like shiny and like sparkly as the one on the right, which is Hustla Baby. And we're gonna take this one and we're gonna put it on the nose bridge as well. Gonna take a little bit of the Hustla Baby and it's like right there. And this creates a very like dewy skin look. And I love the look of like highlight on like the Cupid's bow right here. It looks so nice, so I like to put a lot of it. And I wanted to go an extra mile with lips, and I don't know why, I just like layering lip products. We're gonna go in with 3 lip products. We're gonna go in the lipstick, a little bit of like a lip sparkle, and then a lip gloss on top. I'm gonna take Velvet Teddy from MAC, it's a nude color, and put that onto my lips. Again, if you're going for a more Halloween-y look, you can actually use a more nudie color, a little bit more closer to the skin tone. Like you can use your own concealer and put it onto your lips to cancel out the lip color so you look more dead. I'm gonna take this next. This is the Bite Beauty cream lip gloss in Oyster Pearl, like a nude purpley gloss with some purple shimmer and yellow shimmer in it. And I'm just gonna take very little of this and put this at the center and smack my lips. Put some a little on top, and this just makes your lips look a little bit bigger and more pouty. I'm gonna actually top it off with some pink lip gloss. So this is the final look, and if you watched till the end of this video, thank you. I will list all the products I use down in the description down below. If you have any questions, just let me know as well. And give this video a thumbs up if you want to. What else? I never know how to end videos. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!